In our Houston Texans Madden 24 franchise, we are about to head to week 1 going up against the Baltimore Ravens. We have thinned out the herd, and I actually had to get rid of a couple of players that I just simply didn't want to get rid of, but we just didn't have the room. We're going to head to week 1 first before showing the roster, as things could change. Maybe we get like a breakout or something, and that changes the way. I don't know. This is a new Madden for me as well. I don't know what kind of things have changed. Maybe we get a breakout like week 1 that I don't know about. Although I think we do have a standout actually, don't we? We do. Who the hell was the camp standout again? I've already forgotten. Let's get into it right away because I want to see who it is. It was a defender, right? It was a DB if I'm not mistaken. Stingley? No, Petrie. I remember now. The old Petrie dish. I should also look. No, I know what a Petrie dish is. Never mind. It's not a bad thing, I suppose. 2+, I really should have, looked at what the hell the freaking goal was. I just spammed it. We also have a set expectations for your rookie quarterback's first start scenario. Or in other words, rookie QB1. It was not the name I just stated. That was way longer than it actually was. But some rookies get brought along slowly, but CJ Stroud is making his debut at the earliest opportunity. What are you expecting this week? I hate the word show flashes. No expectations. I mean, you have expectations. I want some flashes, right? I'm not so expecting, yeah, blah, blah, blah. But he's out there for a reason. It's to make some plays. Fair enough. I actually like that decision now that I made. And now he watches and be like, I love it. So beat the Ravens with 2 touchdowns. I wonder also, though, if I would have went go baller, become the next Mahomes, and he actually does it, what kind of boost he would get. But I actually think that's a pretty fair decision, right? Especially not just a rookie, but a rookie on the Texans. This is an uphill battle for a lot of the players on this team, especially CJ Stroud. For him to come out uninjured or healthy, as normal people would say, instead of uninjured, would be shocking alone. That's what I need to see because this offensive line worries me. Will Anderson, this is the defense. This is the defense, this is the offense. And I've been hearing a lot of people say maybe we should up the dev of Tunsil. I personally agree. I don't know how you can have him as a 92 overall and then last year and then I think 95 this year, and he's not a superstar. I might actually have to go around the league and change a couple of other players too, like Chris Lindstrom isn't a superstar, and I might even change Caleb McGarry from the Falcons, ironically enough, and boost his rating. I think some of the ratings aren't great, and I know EA is always like, oh, well, we can change the ratings as the season goes on. It's yeah, but we're supposed to be basing this off of last year, right? Why is the 95 overall tackle star development trait? If he's not good, then lower his overall, no? Chris Lindstrom got a huge deal, and he obviously was worth a superstar dev, in my opinion, as a 93 overall, one of the best guards in the game, real life and in-game. So he'll be a superstar now as well. We will have to change some abilities. Not really sure how I'm going to do this. I don't know, maybe a randomizer. And then McGarry, I think, deserved to be at least an 82. So I'm going to bump him to star and 82. And as, the season goes on, I'll probably change a few devs and ratings. But I also might do a bunch after this. I kind of just didn't think about it until I saw the god-awful overall, which is, of course, of or the dev of Tunsil. So I didn't really think about it until then. So whoops. But we're gonna boost everything by a little bit here. And, there's that. Let's boost that pass block a little bit. I don't really want to move him too much higher than this. If you got to 81, I'd be pretty cool with it. To be fair, I bet you awareness upgrades a lot, and I just completely forgot to upgrade it. 81 overall, fair enough. Whatever. Doesn't affect our team, so who even cares? Who even cares? But let's do our weekly strategy, which will also include mini-games. It's been 50-50. Some of you guys are like, I want to see him. Some of you are like, I don't want to see him. So I think the alternative is to go down the middle and just show a couple of the mini-games, here and there that are actually interesting. Obviously, I don't want to show you the edge rusher ones because they're just really stupid. But I want to say playoffs, but I don't think it's going to happen. I'm going to go moderate, not only because it's going to be hard to do that, but also if we're expected to make the playoffs, then obviously we'll get 7 wins anyways, which will still give us a little boost. Also, opening day keys. I never usually see this. I always see this in rebuilds, and I'm like, yeah, I'm going to skip that. I don't want to see that. It's opening day and a fresh start for every team around the league, and you'll be facing the Ravens. What's the key to victory? Well, our defense sucks, so it's not that. So I'm going to say a dominating offense. I'm going to say run game because our preseason approach was pass game to see what Stroud could do and get him into the rhythm a little bit, but the run game definitely seemed a lot better than the pass game. So that's the focus. Don't know if we're actually going to get 150 rush yards, but we're going to try. Now, injuries were, of course, on, and our backup got injured in the process. I wonder if the Ravens had any injury, and they did. Odell Beckham, who's been a little injury-prone here and there in his recent years, and then Michael Pierce, the ultimate injury-prone player, returning back to Baltimore. 2 major injuries, no Odell Beckham, which, I mean, surely that wouldn't have made for a cool thumbnail or anything like that. And I love that, dude. Thanks for being injured. Sweet. And of course, the Ravens, we know, are a very run-heavy team, so we are going to... It says they run the ball outside, but... Yeah, they do actually run the ball pretty commonly outside. So we're going to run, defense against their run game on the outside. And they apparently are good at it. They know everything run game. If it's the run game, they know it. I think throw it short is our best bet. Even though we said we went, no. Okay. I don't want to look like I don't know what I'm doing as a coach here, right? Let's run inside. I just said, let's win the game by running the ball. Well, what is the focus? Throwing the ball. It's like, way to go, dude. Change focus. I think I actually debated on doing this, and I was like, yeah, I'm just going to leave it. So I actually think most of the quarterback drills are actually really tough. I think this is probably the best one. It's a long developer, and almost picked on the first. Man, this is going to be a long season. It is practice, in fairness. Don't know what that decision is. I thought he was going to cut more on the inside. I was like, kind of in a way cheesing. Sit down from Dell, try to cut it. Gets lifted up off the ground and slammed like it's the WWE, which of course we know would never draw a penalty. I actually don't know how... I turned into the freaking ring there. What's her name? Samara? I don't know. How do you actually throw the ball in any of those looks? I mean, I get, like, this dude, Stingley, he knew where he was headed. He got burned. Knew where he was headed. This linebacker also knowing where, okay, this is, all Madden is going to be the death of me. I might as well just, like, accept that we're not making the playoffs. There's a chance, but oh my. If you're expecting playoffs year 1, you have a wild imagination. So doesn't it show some of the drills? We show all of them. Robert Woods in some trouble, holds on. Don't think we're going to get the gold. We'd probably have to, like, I'm just going to quick throw it. Nice, it works out. We'd probably have to score, like, 1 play touchdown here. That's not bad. It actually might be doable. If we score a touchdown here, we might be cooking. Oh, my God. Not only that, but we might have actually almost got the ball off in time. I'm going to live with it, though. And then by far, my most favorite one. Wide receiver battle is just so much fun, dude. Okay, that was unguardable. It's pretty good. It might be slightly overthrown. They're going to give it, though. It's so much fun, this one. Not really open, so we're just going to run it. A little overthrown. Well, actually, underthrown. Almost picked. I think a big problem for me is I'm not getting a good release because I have to press A to hike it, and it's like throwing me off. Can't believe this dude actually covered that well. You can burn on that slant like 9 times out of 10. The ball is going to the moon, though. Foot was in the zone. We're going to get a silver. I don't know if we're going to get out there. That's a perfect throw from Stroud. Coming in over top. Last throw. We definitely need to... Oh, Lord. Well, I think you have no choice. It's not going to get there. I mean, they'll get there, but we're not going to get it. Whatever. Still a good attempt. Week 1. I'm nervous. And, of course, for now, gameplay sliders are at 50. I don't want to change anything. Oh, actually, there might be something I need to change. Some of these actually do need to be turned off, usually, because otherwise certain tendencies won't happen from the AIs that you need to have a challenge. And in general, some sliders for penalties need to be turned down because otherwise the AI will just beat the hell out of you and get 45 penalties. I got to change that league password now that I showed it. But all Madden. Here we are in M&T Bank Stadium. Is it still that name? There's so many different freaking stadium name changes I can't even keep up. But there's Lamar Jackson, the man who I wouldn't say held out, but took the more, I wouldn't call it selfish either, but the smart route. And ended up getting himself paid. And it is now time to put up or shut up as, they said, okay, Lamar, we hear you out. We're going to give you the contract you've been asking for. We're hoping that this is the right decision, and Lamar is on the other side saying, oh, don't worry. I'm going to show you it's the right decision. And he probably doesn't get a better start to do that than to play against us. Is that Mills wearing the freaking captain's badge? I did not notice that, but you know what? It's really just to make him feel better. You know, a guy that kind of lost the job, not really on his own fault, but more or less, well, the fact that the team around him wasn't great, and you get a guy like CJ Stroud staring you right in the face, and you take the chance on him, right? So he's got that captain badge just to make him feel better. It's not because we believe he's a true captain. I mean, don't tell him that, obviously. You know, it's between you and me. But yeah, there's the only reason why that exists. Of course, a little smoke, a little fog, if you will. And they're going to be getting the ball first. So Stroud, I don't know if this is better or worse. Like, would you want to start out on offense first or not? Because obviously you're sitting waiting all this whole time. And then if Lamar Jackson does score a touchdown, then the pressure is insanely high. But obviously we said show flashes. We said, you know what? We know that you're a rookie. We know that we're not the best roster in the world, and it's going to take some time. So you play your best, and the defense has already given up a massive gainer of 18 yards to J.K. Dobbins, one of the better running backs in the league. But the problem is you just can't stay healthy. And obviously availability is the best ability. Maybe not the best. I'm not really sure where that came from. It's a little dramatic. It's not the best. There's a lot of people that play all the time that just suck. As Petrie comes away with the pick! And is a superstar, I believe. Unless they changed it. Oh, my Lord. We should not do that again. Barely getting over to the curl route in time to become a superstar, I believe. Unless, like I said, they changed it, which would be insanely harsh. I think it did say deflection. Petrie coming away with the undercut, and it just took too long to get that ball over there. He's got one. Are you not entertained to start week 1 of the regular season? Maybe leave a like. Maybe subscribe if you're new. It mean a ton. It literally helps a ton as well. As this time, you know, maybe Petrie coming back a little bit too soon after getting gassed running down the field as he got those ankles snapped. Those ankles now belong to J.K. Dobbins and M&T Bank Field. They are in the turf, I think. I don't know why I said it like that. I'm not going to be able to keep up with Andrews. That is not a very good throw, but that was a massive opportunity as everyone fights. Madden 24 is like hockey edition. It is literally like street baller edition. Everyone fights. It's insane. You literally get people pushing around and fighting 24/7. Can't get out there. And Dobbins is having a massive day so far as he's already up to 56 yards. Will Anderson kind of getting blocked up early. Grenard trying to get over there. Can't. And once again, our D-line is getting crushed, which was expected. It's a pretty good run-blocking team. One of the best running games in the league. And so far, not so good. Got that pick 6, but Rundy is looking vulnerable. We got the pressure, and we're not going to get over there in time. And they're going to get all the way down to the 12-yard line. Couldn't even jump it. I thought maybe we had a chance with Griffin, but was not in range, and that will be another completion. Actually, that might have been their first completion. Was it? The missed Andrews, which would maybe have been a touchdown. Ward getting out there and playing a little safe, maybe too safe. Slips off the tackle, gains 5. 2nd and 5. Could have been a touchdown, though, so you win a little and you lose a lot. Win some, I guess. From the 7th, 2nd and 5. What the hell is Collins doing? And, oh, I thought he had a chance at a pick. Instead, it is caught for the touchdown by Zay Flowers, the rookie. Second catch of the drive. Touchdown on the drive, and for his young career to start it out with a bang. Phillips, who won the job at the return spot from preseason, will get a chance to return and gets blasted to the 20. Maybe not a smart return, especially when, well, we suck at returning the ball, so might as well just keep it back there. But C.J. Stroud, a youngster with a high ceiling, but also a long, long future ahead of him. So you can't really push him too hard. You want to be able to see that future. And we're going to try to start him off slow with a run. Don't want to, have a bad decision early on, throwing on the very first play, as Pierce will slip it inside for a gain of about 4. When I hear slip it inside, I think of something completely different, though. We said we're going to try to run 150 yards today, which was maybe a little crazy. Pierce trying to cut it back, gains maybe a yard at best. 3rd and 5 now. Stroud being forced into a situation here. A pretty standard situation, I'll give you that, but still a situation nonetheless. Could be a throw outside, and the tight end's pretty open. Not great. Another WWE-style tackle sponsored by them, apparently. EA is this year, which, you know, hey, more money to them, I guess. Not really sure the decision-making on that, but sure, I guess. We're going to see it a lot this year, though, as Roquan Smith takes us down from behind for a gain of 2. Had a chance to really move there, but he caught up, dude. He was moving. He was moving fiercely. I don't know if this play action is going to work. I kind of rather do this instead of turning around right into some pressure. Or anyways, it's going to happen. Ill-advised throw by the rookie, and thankfully didn't get picked or sacked on the play. I'm looking at the draft class. Some nice names in there, some that I would maybe change if I was GM or coach sooner. Now sitting at a 3rd and 8 from the 39-yard line. Offense struggling. It's really not easy to move the ball. And that's a really good throw to Robert Woods, who will find some room. Tries to go down. Slips off a couple of tackles in the process, though, to the 37. Little motion from the backup tight end. We may need to get a 3rd tight end, to be fair, but I just don't have any room, so we only have 2 active with the fullback. Definitely a problem. We got an injury, but as of right now, we're going to have to deal with it and try to cut it all the way outside. Couldn't do it. Gained nothing. All right, pretty predictable so far. Has been like run, pass. We're going to come out with a pass here. See if we can maybe set something up. Quick throw inside, and Robert Woods will get another 1st down. Robert Woods, he's showing up early. The problem is, how long will he last? I don't know. That is a massive, that's what she said. Don't really like these. I don't know how I feel about timing. Is that Robert Woods again? It is, but a terrible throw. Didn't lead the ball or anything. Pressure wasn't even there. It was getting there soon, but it wasn't there at that moment. And this is not an RPO. Look, it's just straight up run, I guess. Pierce is going to get some room to run and bust it to the outside. Try to truck, can't do it as he's going against a huge Kyle Hamilton, but he gets to the 11. Nice bounce, nice, yardage. Massive 1st down. I'm going to try to streak Dell in behind. Might be asking a little bit. Maybe had that to the tight end, and it's slightly overthrown. That could have been touchdown 1 as Roquan got kind of caught looking. I'm not really sure at what, but something, and he got beat. Fortunately, the throw just isn't there. Want the tight end, maybe Woods. Woods drops it with a huge hit from Rock Yassin. Moved out of side of the pocket a little bit, extended the play slightly. Got the throw off and just missed it. And we're going to have to throw to Pierce, who is actually open. One to beat, falls in, touchdown. C.J. Stroud delivering an unconventional drive, but a scoring one nonetheless, and we have a lead. Had the blitz coming, I seen it right as we snapped it. Look for the closest, most open player at first read. It was the running back who had the separation because it's a mismatch 9 times out of 10, and Pierce does the rest, scoring our first of hopefully many touchdowns on the season. I don't know how great I feel about that statement being true, but I've got to say it for the cameras, And Kirksey stepping up. Got a couple of drags in there we're just not going to be able to keep up with. Missed the hit stick. Zay Flowers slipping off. Moore getting about 8. Moore isn't like Moore, not like the player Moore. I don't even know if we have a Moore. Actually, maybe the strong safety, backup strong safety, which actually would have been the guy that would have been in on the play, if anything. So, oh, that's a good fake out. Lamar Jackson's got room. The blocks are not coming. Lamar Jackson is gone. 67 yards on the read option. Caught completely off guard. And this team that obviously is constantly blocking for their running backs. Blocks for their quarterback, Lamar Jackson. And he scores a massive one from nearly 70 yards out. Directing traffic there a little bit while running. Christian Harris is a superb athlete. Can't catch him either. And Lamar does what Lamar does. We got a weird fullback dynamic here. Kind of looks like we could probably follow him if he actually blocked anyone. Instead, we gained 2. 6 for 25. We did have that big breakaway run, so not necessarily a good start on the ground. So don't know really how much we can rely on it. But we're going to keep trying to mix it up. Schultz is pretty open. Ball's a little out there, causing him to kind of lose the momentum to run. It's going to set up a 3rd and inches, which is very manageable, but it should have been a pitch and catch, first down, easy. You know, the linebacker just completely blew the coverage. Safety maybe. I don't know who it is, but doesn't matter as Pierce finds a lot of room. Look at him truck over a player, trying to truck again. The man is one of the best power backs in the league, and he's shown it off early with a couple of these powerful, strong runs to the 48-yard line after that first down. Beautiful. Early on, very, very high-scoring first quarter, not even first half. They have us beat by the yards, but that pick six obviously keeps us in it with the 14 points and a potential to regain the lead. Now, we don't want our quarterback to be injured, but the read option definitely, you know what? Screw the read option. We're going to just hand this off. They really don't want to cover the run here. I'm going to run the ball as Pierce will get a nice stiff arm. Gains about 12. Titus Howard, who is actually the starting right tackle, is now injured. It is one of our better positions as we do have George Fant as the backup and then Greg Little as the backup to him, but still it's never nice to have an injury. And Pierce is going to get some more room to the outside. Will catch the edge and gets kind of pummeled, but to the 20-yard line. 9 for 71 on the ground early here. A couple of these big runs really adding up. Play action is a lot to ask for. Dalton Schultz going against some pretty good players, but if it's zone, you never know. And there's no one really open. We're just kind of force this in there, and the ball will be out of reach, sadly. Kyle Hamilton in decent coverage. That's a mismatch. Quadriceps strain should be fine long-term, but obviously on that play, not so much. Or the rest of the game anyways. Is this? No. I mean, is it much better that it's Collins? He's a little more athletic than Robert Woods at this point, but I guess that's our best option. If the tight end can get out there, maybe. Which he actually does. Nico Collins gets some room. Nice stiff arm attempt. Gains about 12, and that will count as a pass, so that'll pad the stats a little bit as well, which doesn't hurt for a rookie's confidence, not going to lie. Dalton Schultz, is that Kyle Hamilton? Kind of looks like it. And inside, lots of pressure. Could have been a touchdown for Nico Collins, but instead incomplete as they did come with the house. You know, the zig kind of dragged that slant out a little bit. I really don't like this, but they do have the lesser amount of players. Could have maybe taken that outside. I didn't believe they were actually going to go out. It seemed like everyone, you know, all the blocks were converging inside, so that's where I kind of followed. And if we went outside there, we might have actually had the touchdown, but it's too late for might-haves or would-ifs or this, that, and the other thing now. And Brevin is so close. Nico Collins now injured from the 1. I mean, this is an interesting decision. Under center, you can run it. Do you trust the blocks? It's a front that doesn't have Michael Pierce right now. I'm going to trust the blocks. 1 to beat, and he just barely gets in. Dameon Pierce, touchdown. That was a close call. Second of the day. 1 on the ground, 1 through the air. Set himself up nicely for a potential Player of the Week award win. Dameon Pierce looking pretty good, falling in barely. Could be a booth review situation, though, as it was pretty close. Looking back at this, Roquan tries, but I think Pierce did get in. All right, getting a little wider for a potential read option defense, but obviously leaves us open a little bit, and the pass rush in general is going to suffer slightly. That ball is way outside there. They're going to gain a sliver, but nothing significant. And once again, I really couldn't tell because I kind of zipped by really quickly. It's not going to change the outcome anyways, but I don't actually know if Petrie is a superstar. You got to pick in a touchdown. That used to be how that works. Timing terrible on that play, missing the throw on a wide open player. So I'm not really sure what Stingley's really celebrating there, but yeah, I don't know if he's actually a superstar or not. So we'll have to keep trying, maybe get one more just to guarantee it. And oh Lord, that is a mismatch every day of the week. They punched it out. Recovered by Desmond King. Mark Andrews does a great job. Doesn't secure it, though, trying to get more yards. He's having a schizophrenic attack, talking to ghosts. The punch is perfect. More of a punch to the elbow. Kind of, I mean, assault more than an actual strip of the ball, but whatever works, works. Fumble recovery. And of all the teams to beat, potentially the Ravens to start out the season. That would be insane momentum. But obviously it's early, and let's not get ahead of ourselves. Although I think it's a little too late. I've kind of opened the can of worms. Gonna take the underneath to Brevin, who was pretty good in preseason. It looked like they wanted to lift him up off the ground again. Did not get that. 3rd and 2. Manageable situation after that decision to throw it short. They got the linebacker up, but I think we can get behind the center here. And not wrong, as Pierce is burying people. First down again. Pierce is having a good start from the 39-yard line. Stretch play, cutting it back inside. 1 to beat on that safety spot. Dalton Schultz did a really good job. Couldn't really get out in front of us, and slowing down there just wouldn't have been a very effective move. And with our success on the ground on 2nd and 1, this is potentially opening up a shot play to Dell. And he might have been open, but I'm going to take the guarantee as Dalton Schultz will get that first down. Brought a little bit of pressure. We actually picked it up pretty nicely with the running back blocker. Had the time to throw, and so far we're actually looking like kind of a competent offense right now, which I know. You're thinking that's what you're supposed to be, but I didn't know what we were going to get into. We had it in behind. A little worried. Oh, he gets the throw! Robert Woods to the 2. Utilizing the scramble ability. Getting out there. Nobody really covers Robert Woods. And the blocking was actually pretty decent. On the run, a perfect throw to him. Got the ball out there a little bit late. Tried to be safe with the ball. And it worked out. And we're going to see ourselves at the 2-yard line. There's no way we have the time for this. Although it's way out to the right. I actually kind of like this. And Pierce is going to go backwards to the 5. Good stop by Roquan, who's he's been all over the place. He's lost a few, won a lot. Been a battle so far for him in that defense. He's now in the zone for a tackle for a loss there. And Pierce stiff-arming, not really going to get much. And their defensive lineman, who kind of appears to be a guy that's in because of injury from someone else, is now injured. Pierce to the block. I don't know how much I like this. There's so much traffic here. And Stroud is going to run in for the touchdown. Seeing the field well. The middle vacates because of all the moving pieces. They don't get the stop. The dance is questionable at best. I feel like Soulja Boy's around the corner anywhere right now. And C.J. Stroud scoring the touchdown. Might have had that inside there with Mr. Mechie, but unfortunately we took off earlier than that and didn't see him, but it's a touchdown nonetheless. And we are pulling off a hell of an upset right now. Got Petrie and man coverage. I don't know how to feel about that. I'm going to use this. It's a good press. Picked! Superstar guaranteed! What is Lamar doing? Is my man not a quarterback? I don't know. I don't want to be that guy, but like, I'm just saying. Insane swivel, though. Is that Dell? It is Dell. Nice little juke to the outside. I like the quickness of that, though. I like that a lot. Doesn't feel like you're telepathing your jukes anymore. Cross the formation, Woods. And Stroud. Gonna throw this away smartly. It's kind of tough to tell if we could have ran in behind him as the cornerback, the DB, whoever it was on the running back was pretty close to us. He could have easily made a play and forced a fumble, something, I don't know. So rather play it safe, up 14. Brevin to the outside. I don't think the feet were down. This is kind of looking like a punt, field goal, so I don't want to get too crazy. 3 possession would be insanity. And Stroud's going to have a chance. Gets the block! He's in for his second! Holy crap, the show is on. Unbelievable. Perfect block. Show some support to Mechie, dude. He kind of, in a way, got sold down twice, yet led scores. The score right now is absurd. Baltimore has no answer. We're killing it week 1. Come on, get out there. And we actually stopped the run for once on top of it, which, I mean, that's really something special. 35 points is pretty insane, even though one of the scores was a field goal or a defensive play anyways. But for us to actually stop the run, I am shocked. Oh, there goes Rankins. I don't know what that was, but I think I just absolutely abused Lamar late. And I don't know how we didn't get called for it. We're running mid here. Can we get up a little bit? Screen pass. Oh, no shot. And then he's stiff. Uh-oh. Get out there. He's still breaking tackles. Throws our guy to the ground. I thought we had a pick. It was so close. That is kind of crazy, though. Oh, my Lord. What is that throw? Right to Kirksey's hands. Should have been another pick. Let's go with some Will Anderson. Love some Will Anderson. Can't get off the block. Really good cut by Dobbins. And the fight on top of it gets to the 31. Don't want to call a timeout because this is still a drive that they're very much in control of. Get to the line of scrimmage, but don't get too crazy, especially since it's a throw. And dropped. That is a fullback after all. Looks like it will be a field goal. Oh, they're going to go for it. Smart call, especially down by this much. Although it's a run. I don't know how I feel about this. Can't get over there. And we stop them as a team. The Ravens like, we're just going to run past anybody. Yet we have learned to adapt. The first quarter was not great, and the second has been outstanding. Not super open as Dalton Schultz. Holds on. It's the power of a tight end. Call timeout. Uh-oh. Good try, though, by Dell. I want to run the ball, but they're actually really far up here. If they read the run, they'd actually be in a good spot. Although they're in a pretty good spot. But he gets the ball over the defense. Veteran play. Hold it off because the DB was there. He got bumped or blocked or something and then just kind of floated it. We knew it would sacrifice a lot of yards, but it would guarantee a first down. And as crazy as this is, this run looks like a first down guaranteed, so that's why I'm going to run it, even though we need to save the clock. And in the turn, I look like an idiot. Shot play with Robert Woods. Oh, my, that is instant. I don't know if you really want to call a timeout now. Not particularly looking as promising as it once was. Hutchinson's now in. Although, dropped. Really good defense there. Little out in front of him, so he couldn't really protect himself on the catch, and that will be a punt, likely leading to halftime. And I didn't even realize, but we get the ball to start the second half. This would have to be the most colossal choke of all effing time for us to lose this game. And Phillips getting involved in on the fun. Gets to the 22, not bad. We're obviously feeling ourselves right now. The yards are actually very similar. We're just finishing drives at an insanely higher rate right now. Inside run, and we're not going to get the help from the fullback. I don't know where he went, but Pierce easily on par for 100, and that 150 we're looking at, probably not so far away either. Really helpful has been getting into these second and medium situations. And in behind the defense, Dell actually is free! What are they doing? 73 yards! The Ravens are cooked! Bro, I'm telling you, for years I've felt like my Madden or my account has been bugged. I don't know if there's a way for EA to go and check that, but is all Madden just not that difficult every year? I don't understand. I want a challenge. I just think the Texans, I think they woke up hungry. I think CJ Stroud has awoken this team into believing, oh, he should have taken that outside. He might have had another one. I will say, though, you're on a 67-yard read option for a touchdown, and then for, over a quarter and a half, you don't run another one. I mean, are you awake? Are you alive? Do you have a pulse? 'Cause your decision-making tells me you don't. That's a nice find over the middle to the 49. Now, we scored 42 in basically the first half. They have 14 points, so why can't they score 42 in the second half? I'm just saying. So, still don't want to get too crazy with it. Still want to contain his... Oh, my God. Number 78. Is that Falele? Holy. 2nd and 9. Trying to string it out. And really good tackle there by Kirksey. We'll make it a 3rd and 6. Ooh. Okay, I'm just, not even ready. And the curl. Oh, look at Stingley. That was beautiful. The spin slap. They're going to go for a field goal here from... Is this 63? I get it's Tucker, but from 63. 64, maybe? It's a hell of an attempt, but slightly off. The Ravens are cooked. I think they think it's still preseason, even though that would make no sense because they don't lose in preseason. This is absurd. This is a 1.5, and the blocks are lining up. The Ravens are gassed. They have no answer, and they just want to leave. I was going to say go home, but they are at home, which is even more embarrassing. I guess we'll go left because we have the tight end, and we're not going to get much on that. Oh, is that Dell again? In behind the defense, and it was underthrown. 23 actually got back there, tried to lead it, just didn't get it out there. Not sure what the story was there, but the ball just wasn't deep enough. Could have even been picked. In some trouble, throw it away. Don't know if that's grounding or a late hit. Probably grounding. Potential grounding. I thought we got outside of the pocket, but I guess not. That will go from field goal, which is why I tried to throw it away so we didn't get sacked, to a punt. And you can't make this up. The AI punted it to the 1. They're down 42-14, 5 minutes in the third, and they have to go 99 yards to try to get back into it. And they're not going to do it, and we get another point added to the freaking scoreboard. Our defense has almost scored more than their offense. 44-14. I get it. It's the Ravens. The Ravens in game, at least last Madden, their playbooks just make it where they are limited, and they lose, and they lose, and they lose, and they just don't know how to do anything but lose. But even for that, this is a start. This is a start. And I could easily left the game and replayed it and oh, look at this. It's a close game, or oh, we lost. But this is a natural league. Oh, my Lord. Almost just got a grounding again. I should be running it there, obviously, but that's also kind of the point. Who the hell throws in that situation? And could have had a big play on an unexpected defense. Did not happen there, though. Going to be a loss of 11, which now they know that it's going to be a go for. That is a really... I don't understand how they're getting up for that. This is ridiculous. I'm under the impression we're throwing dots, and then the ball drops, and I'm like, oh, we're throwing literal nothings. I should have threw the tight end early, and it's going to be a sack. Should have threw the tight end early. Kind of got, froze up a little bit in the moment, and that will be a punt. Bringing a little bit of a blitz, obviously on their right side. They're still trying to run the ball. Okay, it is the read option, though, and Lamar is trying to get out there and does a really good job. He had to wait for the blockers. They were actually kind of impeding him more than anything, and he did just good enough, or well enough, if you want to actually speak real English, idiot. What's a nice throw? Oh my Lord, Flowers got sent. Lamar barely over 100. We're trying to bait him out, but it's almost baiting me out at this rate. I don't even know who's going where and what's doing what and who's where and who's on first, what's even going on. But what I can tell you with pretty high accuracy is that they need to get scores at a much quicker rate than they are right now. This is all fine and well when you're not down by 30. Against the Houston Texans. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at the moves. Lamar's going to run, though. I don't know why. My brain just froze. I thought number 15 for the Ravens was me, and I tried to throw a block. I just tried to throw a block for Lamar, and I'm not even on his team. Oh, my Lord. I hit up on the right analog stick. We overran it a little bit. Preventing where he's going to go rather than going to where he is. That sounded very profound, but it's not. Kind of going mid-left. This is like a dive to the right. We're in some trouble. And Edwards, who is not running the ball well and got safetied even, is the guy they go to. All right, bring the blitz. Try to get a bump, and I thought it was picked. There was a chance there. Zay Flowers with his second touchdown of the day. Literally impossible to choke, so, just to make sure that we don't, I'm going to start running the ball a little bit. Oh, nice release. Dell's going to pick up some yards. The two slot type-ish receivers really shining early in this one. As we will be headed to the fourth quarter with a massive 44-21 lead. And I will reiterate, though, that it is a lot to do with the Baltimore playbook in-game. It's just, there's something about it where it doesn't do well, right? It's just a team that is super conservative. The plays are whack. They're super obvious running, and they make mistakes, and obviously they've given up 9 points while we're on defense. Take away those 9, and you can't really throw it on there, so that's not really how it works, but take away the 9 in general, and they're still in this game, and we've played really well in general, so their mistakes are our gain. That's a long throw. He actually hit that pretty well, all things considered. Did not mean to be moving still. I will have to say, though, they have actually tightened up pretty nicely here. in the late third or early fourth. And Stroud with the read. I think you got to go for it. Oh, Stroud! They put him on a cycle. Oh, my Lord, CJ. He did the thing. I mean, we got to get the replay, right? Who knows what he's going to do. Expecting a slide, maybe. Breaks the freaking... Well, I'm going to say he breaks the ankles, but considering he's a quarterback, oh, my. One of their best players on their team just sold hard. That's... I mean, I don't really know how you win as a team when that happens. Pierce lowering the shoulder, gaining 3 or 4. You know, the yards per carry definitely dropped hard for Pierce, but that's kind of what happens when you start running the ball in more expected situations. Can try to finish out strong, though, for Pierce. Maybe get to that 150 as a team. And Pierce not going to get it. I thought maybe the fullback would have helped us, and he just completely whiffed. You know, Stroud not gunslinger or doing anything crazy, but doing just enough, delivering good enough passes. As one right there, and dropped, of course. Maybe should have went for the possession or the aggressive, but that will be another punt. And this punter needs to stop. He's punter of the year already. He needs to relax, bro. Pins him to the 1, then the 4. As if it wasn't hard enough already. That's a quick throw. Holy crap, he's gone. How did he get out there so quick? It's a tight end. I know he's a mismatch nightmare, but Petrie was burned. DT's not really doing super well, but the linebackers have come up and helped nicely. Phillips just lost. Had to pick him up, and he gains 8 because of it. Dobbins definitely a better yards per carry guy than Pierce, but once again, you're kind of expecting to give up 8 yards when they're down, I don't even know, what was that, 23 points with 7 minutes left and they're still running? There's a time for everything, and the time for running is not now, and I did not expect that to be where the ball went. There was 2 underneath receivers coming from the left. That's where I thought it was, and it just oversailed, and I was like, ha, and then, oh, no ha-ha. He for them. They did the thing. They caught it. And the deep mid was wide open. Hit sticks are just dead. He ain't going to do them anymore. Let's go Will Anderson, who could get a tight end on him. Doesn't. Gets a little bit of pressure. Switches to the wrong guy, kind of. Harris is in pursuit. The Ravens are, I mean, they're making it respectable, but it's too late for this, especially how slow it's taking. How long it's been. It's just taking too long. Oh, my. That throw. We just left the safety wide open. That's my fault. Stepped up thinking it was a run and pulled off the deep blue. I mean, I will say they're catching up a little bit here. It's not technically over. They're in a spot where they could potentially get the ball back. So we just got to make sure we run the ball because I think the clock will ultimately win this for us. But you know, you don't want to throw the ball, turn it into a pick 6, and then you're really looking at like, oh, whoa, okay, this thing might happen. Inside, running away, and there goes a huge run for Pierce. Nice stiff arm attempt, gets to the 39. That will be hard for them to work with. Right in his ear, though. Could you please let my man live? They've had a hard enough day ever. Imagine you come into work and you lose 44. Well, you give up 44 points to the Texans. I mean, that's enough for anyone to be pushed over the edge. So, cut the guy a little slack. Tight end might have been open. Oh, my Lord. That is just like the ugliest looking play ever. I was going to roll out, and then I was like, you know what? We can actually get so many more yards if I just throw to this receiver right here. Stopped to throw it. Threw it, and he kind of winded it up. I don't even know what the hell happened there, but it wasn't pretty. It's a tough throw, and overthrown. Could be PI on us, if anything. Out of reach, so no OPI, no DPI. Obviously, they have a chance. It's very minuscule, so just don't give up the big play. That's all you can really ask for. Petrie trying to go for another one. And we see a hit stick with a fumble. Recovered by the guy that fumbled, I believe, but that is a hell of a hit. Hit sticks exist. All right. I've seen nothing misses. And another one. Okay. They definitely exist. They're moving the ball, but it's taking them a while, so just keep it up. Don't give up these big plays. Griffin. Oh, my Lord. Please, Zay. Okay, that's all right. Switches the wrong guy. Try to strip it out. He already had one. Oh, injury time. I'm sure this is real. I'm sure this is a real injury. Owie, it hurts. Go to the tunnel. Although we'll say if you're going to fake an injury, go to the tunnel as an offensive lineman is, I mean, you're selling it. Don't know how quick you're going to be able to get back out there. And oh, my dot. A missed tackle. And exactly what we were worried about has happened. And I swear, I know I've said it a few times, and I feel like I'm screaming at you right now. I'm just yelling because I'm so excited. This is a hell of a freaking start of the season. I swear I'm not trying to make it close, because if I wanted to make it close, I would have kept it close. I think it's way more fun of a game to watch in real life, in-game, anything, to have a close game all the way through than for it to get close at the end. I hate when people are like, what a game that was, when it was like a 30-point blowout and then it comes down to the wire right at the end. I don't agree with that. Just because the end got interesting, the results stayed the same. You know, if they come back, okay. But if they don't, then it's like, well, that was just wasted time. You know, nothing happened. And the reason why I'm kick returning is just in case it's a really long kick return, which it really wasn't, and we waste the clock to the 2-minute. We're actually legitimately choking. I don't know did they go for 2 there or not? I don't know, but they're down by 8, so whatever the story, they could literally tie the game up with a stop and a score. And really good movement there as Pierce is going to get a chunk and a half. A first down, maybe 2, would do it. Kyle Hamilton now injured. Go into the tunnel as well. So once again, if you're faking the injury, you're selling it. You're really selling it by going to the tunnel. To the outside. Our guy tries to block 2, can't. And I was debating on throwing it, but I actually kind of like a read option look here. There's no way, dude. Stroud. Nice. Got to protect the ball. Nice. As soon as I seen that he pulled off, I was like, uh-oh. Uh-oh. Should have handed off, but it worked out. And clock situation, they're looking at 30 seconds or less. Pierce trying to protect that ball, even though he's leading with the ball. Damn, CJ Stroud on the ground actually, picked up some really nice plays in this game and ultimately could be the reason why we hold on for the victory. As we're going to break it all the way to the outside, and Pierce is going to slot. Okay, I tried to go down, didn't happen. And a little bit of drama, a little bit of stress at the end of the game, but, we hold on, we win the game, and we are 1-0 with an impressive 44-point display. Of course, giving up 36 points when we had the game kind of wrapped, not so impressive. But overall, defense did a pretty good job early on, which was enough to give us that cushion for this point of the game where they were kind of coming back at the end. And pick 6 was nice, the safety was nice. Obviously, you take away those 9 points, and we're looking at a different game. So, it just goes to show that turnovers, they are so crucial. It's unbelievable. Stroud, for a rookie, protected the ball, and that was the difference in this game. Lamar protects the ball better. Maybe they win. Probably win. Not even maybe. It's a damn good likelihood of that happening, but still an absurd game. A lot of field position battle stuff, too. The punter pinning them deep multiple times was crucial, because I would imagine when you look at the yards in this one, it's going to be super, super, super similar, and they're not even going to be that high. They're going to be pretty low stats for how many points were scored. You'd expect 400 or 500 yards, from this kind of scoring situation each side. But we could have easily went like 130 rush, 240 pass, which does get to 400, but not really the passing game you would expect. But yeah, Stroud did good enough. 50% completion percentage, you'd want that higher, but didn't throw the 2 interceptions Lamar did, and once again, we talked about it. That was the difference. Pierce got over 150 rushing. Stroud did finish with 2 rushing touchdowns as well. Lamar had 1 on the huge run. Dell was amazing with 108 yards from the slot. Dalton Schultz had a couple of plays. Robert Woods had a couple of plays. And that was pretty much it. Like I said, the passing game was not superb by any means. No sacks, a little bit of pressure, and then Jalen Petrie with 2 picks, 1 for 6, which solidifies him as a superstar. It's not true. That is not true. I forgot this was a camp freaking standout. It's not even superstar. It's for XP. Then you get the chance at it. Oh, no. Still a hell of a start to the season with 2 interceptions, though. Yeah, CJ Stroud has an upgrade point. Once again, deep accuracy is kind of his big issue, so we're going to keep going for that. Got a strong arm last time, or maybe the time before that, he got a throw power. Doesn't this time, but it's still a decent upgrade. Tank Dell, a very release-deficient player, going to try to get that up, which time and time again, proven, deep threat is one of the best ones to do it for. 1 to release, which is great. 2 to deep, 1 to catch, which is maybe not exactly what I'm looking for, but their release is so important, especially for the slot-type guys, the route runner guys. Rookie QB1, we did get our touchdown, so we got 2. We needed 2, and it was a perfect ask, perfect answer. Didn't light up the... Yeah, but that's literally what we said. 1,000 XP. I think that was low because we just played it safe, whereas if we played it rare, risky and got it, that'd be a GG. But key to victory, we ended up succeeding. We said 150-plus rushing yards, and that's exactly what we did. See what kind of boost this provides. It's got to be for the O-line, too, not just Pierce, right? There you go. 4,500 for the O-line. I mean, the running back does kind of play a little bit of a part, too. I don't know if they know that or not. Gets nothing? He got nothing. He put up 154 yards and got nothing. You know how many tackles he broke alone. But here it is, Jeromepkr with the 1 of 2, which gives him 10K XP. And will open the door for the Superstar Dev Scenario chance. If you guys enjoy this one, maybe leave a like, subscribe if you're new. Once again, I don't know, dude. This is a hell of a start. I don't know if we can continue it. I really don't know. If we can, that's insane. But obviously, I'll be tweaking a few things here and there and seeing if we can continue the win streak. This time against an even more important opponent, the Colts, the division rivals, who also took a top 5 quarterback in Anthony Richardson. Should be an insane one. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. My voice is almost gone from this episode, so next episode is going to be a whole lot of fun. But, yeah, leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new. If you're not new, I really appreciate your continued support on the channel. Maybe follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr. Second channel, PKR Plays, for not Madden content. And like I said, this voice is going away. It's yelling so much. It was so exciting. And yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys come back for next video. But until next video, see ya.